I'm just waiting for a couple people to get in here. I might as well go ahead and put stuff on the Facebook. Apparently, Jewel is here. I just heard him say them say his name, but I think they're inviting him. All right, so
I think
we're gonna go ahead and start talking now. I don't know if we got anybody in here or not, but regardless, we'll get into a little bit of stuff. But anyways, we're racing tonight at New Hampshire, an exciting track. I'm excited for it. I think it's one of the more exciting races on the schedule, especially now that they made it strict cautions, which I enjoy personally. Finally, we get a strict caution race again. And I think it's going to be an interesting one, a wild one. We've seen Season 5, what happened at New Hampshire, or it was either Season 5 or Season 6, what happened at New Hampshire. It got a little bit chaotic there with Shotgun and Fifth Constant. I don't think we'll see anything like that tonight, but I think we'll see some good racing. So what do you expect?
it's called the Magic Mile. Hopefully we see some magic, so it's 1 mile track, 150 laps. I see some banging, strict cautions. You're right. I think we'll have some cautions. We'll go with that bet here in a little bit when we go to the betting odds.
Yeah, I expect it to be I'm not going to say a really quick race, but I think it'll be a pretty quick race compared to some other races, obviously with it being 150 miles, plus we're going to have some cautions in there as well, so it's not going to be a super long race, but it's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. So I'll go ahead and get into my prediction for the poll. Obviously, I got to go with Ine Shotgun. Not only has he been dominating the polls all season, but he's a solid driver, a good driver at New Hampshire, so I've got him winning the poll tonight. What about you?
Yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, he's going to be there every week, but I'm going to go with who I picked last week. I think a hot one's going to get a pole sooner or later, so I think a hot one. And what you're saying about this race could be a little short, faster than a lot. I think we're going from the longest race to the shortest race of the season, from last week to this week.
And
besides Daytona.
Yeah, that's going to be a crazy
one.
Well, tonight, obviously one of the storylines you could say is the fact that Fifth Constant doesn't have a win this season. He was close last week. He didn't get it done. He got the speeding penalty and didn't have a chance at the end. Is there any chance you can see Fifth Constant getting his first win this season at a track he's won at before?
I feel Fifth Constant can win every week when he puts it all together. He's one of the top tier drivers in the league. Mr. All-Time, 2-time champion. He's had speed this week in practice. He's got to put it all together. I mean, but there's a lot of competition now. It's not like just walking through everybody or saving fuel anymore.
Well, I'll get into my next thing actually. My race winner prediction. I don't know if you were prepared for this, but I was. For the win tonight, I believe I might have picked this guy last week, but I'm going with him again this week. I'm going to go with Fifth Constant to get it done. He's won here before. He needs that first win of the season. I don't think he's going to go win this season, and I expect Fifth Constant to be there at the end tonight.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, he's got the speed to be up there. I mean, I've been picking Closing Stoon every week. I mean, he's not a bad pick either, but I'm going to go on a limb. Radioactive this week has, we could say they've given a good ride to old Gridlock over there. He's got some new equipment. I want to go with an old OG. I'm going to go with Gridlock.
It's not a bad pick because I think anybody could win this race tonight personally, because I feel like there is a chance compared to any other week that this thing goes to NASCAR overtime or something at the end where everybody's in the mix at the end. So definitely, I think anybody's in the mix here, and it should be interesting to see what happens though tonight. So we got people piling in the chat. What's up, guys? I think they're getting ready to qualify, or they are qualifying. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check. They're in the lobby getting ready to qualify right now, I believe. Or they're in the menu, I guess, waiting to get in the lobby. So we don't have Rainey tonight, unfortunately. He couldn't make it tonight. Hopefully he'll be back. He'll be back next weekend. We'll have to see, but I'm going to look at the betting odds really quick for tonight. The favorite to win it tonight that's a hot one. He came in as the favorite tonight. Hasn't gotten a win this season. He is a rookie, but we'll see if he can get it done tonight. The over-under on cautions, I'm going to actually get into this. It is 3.5. And I'm going to go with the over on that. I think we actually do get an over on cautions tonight because they were pretty good throughout practice, I believe, at least last night with the amount of cautions they got in their final practice. They had, I think, 3 cautions in the race total, which is not bad. It's very good for New Hampshire on strict cautions. But I think when it gets to race night, these guys are a little more thirsty, a little more hungry. They're used to running on relaxed cautions, and I do expect to see a good amount of cautions tonight. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over 2. They had 10 cars last night in that practice, and they had 3 cautions, which is really good, But I feel if they get spread out, we might not have that many. But then if we get something late, there's going to be a bunch, I think, in a row. Those restarts here, they have to stay in the same line all the way till the backstretch line. Kind of, they're all going to be 2x2x2, 15 cars on every restart for quite a while. So it's going to be interesting. I'd like to see more than one restart.
We got Ribs saying, got my pedal cam up on my stream in honor of Eric Almirola's final season and last win. All right. Nice to know.
Yeah, he supposedly has those boots on, too. He's wearing Eric Almirola's race-worn shoes, too.
He should turn his
which is cool.
Discord camera on for it.
Yeah. And watch his feet work.
Yeah, I'd go watch his feet work. Ribs, if you're listening, you should actually turn on your Discord camera if you can with the pedal cam.
The Rib Shack pedal cam.
Yeah. All right, so these guys are hopefully getting ready to qualify. They're not even in a lobby yet. I figured they'd already be qualifying by now, but they're still waiting to get in a lobby. So 150 laps tonight, I believe, correct? And then we've also got 150.5 miles tonight. Gotta get that 0.5 in there. And don't forget, New Hampshire doesn't have lights. Don't forget that, guys, from the last time we did a New Hampshire race. Me and Jake in here. Can't let you guys forget that. But Fifth Constant was catching a little bit of heat in the betting odds. One of the odds tonight was Fifth Constant to receive a penalty for the 3rd straight week. The yes was plus 450, the no was minus 310. So kind of getting a little roasted in there with that. But yeah, I believe 2 weeks ago he got the penalty and got disqualified for some way he came out of pit road. And then last week he got the speeding penalty during the race, but still finished 3rd place, so that's good. Yeah, there's some new rules.
Yeah, that's a tough bet.
I will go over a quick rule really quick that was just added for the race tonight. I'll just copy the words that Deeds put in there. If a driver is involved in a caution tonight, they must pit and take 4 tires. And if you wall ride tonight, any wall riding attempts will immediately be disqualified, and the driver will receive 15 points plus an extra point, as well as a team penalty of 10 points. So don't get caught wall riding, because that is a big penalty. But I don't think anybody's going to do that anyways.
Yeah. I like the caution thing because, someone can go up there and wreck somebody, It's going to be bad for the guy that didn't wreck, that was, in it. But I don't really like seeing someone bring out a caution and then stay out for the lead, get track position. He should actually have to pit. Really, in a real NASCAR, he'd probably go to the end of the longest line, because he's in a caution. So that's just how the game works. You can wreck and not really lose any ground.
Mm-hmm. It's what they should do. We've seen some controversy here before, intentionally wrecking, and then that season 5 race was just chaotic at the end with everything that happened. Just pure chaos. I don't think we'll see that tonight, but I think we will see a little bit of tempers flaring tonight and a little bit of beating and banging tonight as well, so should be exciting. New Hampshire's always a fun track. But the points this week are coming in from last week at Gateway after last week. Full Throttle Outlaws has a pretty big lead with 124. Second place is Radioactive Motorsports with 156, 32 points off of Full Throttle. And then last place is Constant Motorsports, who has 189. So they have a lot of ground to make up there. And then Radioactive has a little bit of ground to make up, but still in the mix halfway through the season.
Yeah, they got to start now. If they wait and the other team starts getting more points each week, they aren't going to have a chance. I was looking at it, 6 races left, right? They got to get 5 to make 30 because they're down 30. So they got to get 5 points each race. So the poles are going to come in big too, the -3. So I really think you can't just get 1 or 2. You need to start chunking 5, 10, points on them.
That pole has been a really big difference right now for Full Throttle with shotgun and everything. The way he's able to get all those poles is pretty incredible. And it's making a big difference now that we look at it. And our points leader and the rookie points, that's a hot one, is first out of the rookies right now. So he's having a solid, good season. Favorite to win it tonight, so we'll see if he can get it done. They are qualifying now, so we'll let you guys know how that goes after they're finished with that. Should be interesting.
I think ICJ did gain 5 or something points last week on him because Hot One spun out on the bottom below the 3 car last week. So he did get a little bit of points on him.
Yeah.
So we can look at that battle. Prodigy's racing again.
2 points on him.
Boyko's back, so let's see what they can do. They haven't really been in the field as much as the rest of them. So look forward to seeing what those other rookies can do tonight.
All right, well, they are.
How many lap cars do you think they're going to be?
Lap cars, that's always a tough question for me. So, the favorite, the best odds is 11 or 10 cars to finish the lap, meaning that, or 12, 13, or 14. They don't expect there to be a lot of lap cars tonight. With the cautions at the end of the race, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that this race finishes with 0 lapped cars. That's what I think. I think it will end with like a lot of.
You think we're gonna be chasing the white flag? Huh?
I think there will be a decent bunch of cautions at the end, and it'll end with 0 cars lapped down. What about you?
I think 1.
It's a good pick. I thought about doing that, but I was like, you know what? I think at the end something will happen. Like 20 laps to go, maybe we'll see a caution. It's gonna spark everybody to think they can go for the win. And you're going to see a decent bunch of cautions. And then ends in our NASCAR overtime.
So this is also, I've heard, but people really don't want to do it, is you can make it in 1 stop.
Oh, yeah, because it is 1 times. That's what's going to make it different.
So 75 laps. But everybody was told me that around 50, it's really hard to hang on to. And so, it's not that fast.
I was about to ask you that because, like, with if it gets hard to hang on to, then obviously if it's a relaxed caution race, you're not gonna have to worry about it affecting other guys as much. But when it's strict cautions, even just hitting the wall might bring out a caution depending on how the game is. So it is gonna affect everybody else. So it'll make it even more interesting.
Yeah, practice week, a couple of cars hit the wall and kept going straight, and the caution came out. And then sometimes there's a 1-car spin. I think Shotgun did a whole 360 and kept it going, and the caution didn't come out because he didn't stop on the track. So it's going to be interesting.
To me, New Hampshire just reminds me of a bigger version of Martinsville. I don't know if I'm the only one, but it's just always like reminding me of a bigger version of Martinsville.
Yeah, I always thought last week's the bigger Martinsville. This week it's really wide. There's so many more lanes. This could be 3, 4 wide going into 1 and 2, but it's kind of got the same maybe flat tracks features,
Yeah, it's like the shape.
As a Martinsville.
The shape's almost close.
Yeah, just a lot wider. It's actually a 1.025, so that's how you're getting your
extra little
your laps, your 301. Yeah.
All right, well, they're about to be done qualifying here. And will we see another first-time winner tonight? We'll see, because I expected by this point in the season we'd see a lot more first-time winners, like a lot more winners, but we've only seen 3 so far, surprisingly. So, see if that finally changes tonight. Who knows? Maybe we can go out on a limb and say that Ribs gets his first win tonight and to win it history. some crazy thing happens at the end and Ribs get to win tonight. That'd be something.
I'd be happy for him.
Oh yeah, that'd be super exciting. All right, they got about a little over a minute left in qualifying. Then we'll get the order. See who the pool winner is. See if Shotgun got it again or if somebody else took it from him. I don't know how many. Do you know how many straight weeks he's won the pool? Has it been every single week?
Closing got it last week.
Closing did. Oh yeah, Closing did get it last week.
So it went 5 then 1. I think we're on week 7, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It goes pretty fast, man. And the strict cautions, kind of see what kind of race this is, because they've all been asking for it again, and let's see if they can actually put on a show with strict cautions on. I mean, I like when cautions come out when it's supposed to come out.
Yeah.
But I really don't want it to just. They're all racing hard, and someone in the back brings out a caution, 30 to go, and then they have 5 more cautions. It's I don't want to really see that, but I wouldn't mind seeing a green, white checkered, because they're racing hard up there, the leaders, and wrecked because it was supposed to be a wreck or a caution.
I wonder when the last time we saw a NASCAR overtime and into when it was. 'Cause I don't even remember. Did we see one at Michigan, first race of the season, with all those cautions? I'm not sure if we did or not, because we had like 8 cautions in that Michigan race at the beginning of the season, I think. But I don't remember how it ended.
Was it a green, white checkered? It might have been.
I'm not sure. I just know it's the only race this season that could have ended in a green, white checker.
I think it did, because when it came out, I had enough fuel to make it to the end, and then with that green, white checkered, it added a lap. I ran out of gas in 6th place coming out of 4 on the second lap. Because of that caution, it made it have more laps in the race, and I kind of didn't notice it. That's my bad, but
yeah, it was an NASCAR overtime. D.D. King won it in overtime. He passed Tenacious, I think. All right, so we're gonna get the qualifying order now, as they're getting back to lobby, and we'll get ready to start this thing. The pool winner tonight was E&A Shotgun. Not a surprise there. Second place, that's a hot one. So we got 1-2 right there. Third place, Closing Soon. Fourth place, Fifth Constant. Fifth place, Tenacious. Sixth place, I don't know who that is. Seventh place, Protege. Eighth place,
D.D.
Rebel
King.
Boy. Ninth place, Idyllic Fungus. 10th place, Dirty Deeds. 11th place is not showing up. 12th place, Icy J. 13th place not showing up. 14th place, Boyko Beat. And then 15th place not showing up. So here in a minute, we're going to send it to the intro, because the intro is a little longer tonight, and I want to try to time it up, but it's going to be tough to do. So at about 12:22, 12:21-ish, we'll send it to the intro. But those guys are scattering over to their own Discord channels right now and their own party channels to get ready for this one in New Hampshire tonight. I don't think Ribs is going to be turning on his camera, but we'll see. Alright, so here we're about to be going 150.5 miles, 150 laps, and E&A Shotgun's going to be leading us at the green flag here tonight as we get ready to go at New Hampshire. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting races of the season.
I'll see you up in the booth then, buddy.
All right, I'm going to send it down to the intro. We'll see you guys on the track, and we'll be there. Going to go to the box, try to make a... Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the II2WI Racing Series race tonight at New Hampshire. Oh, whoa! Fungus on 2 wheels right there. goes. Fifth is going to take the lead here, but Shotgun's going to go for the crossover. He's not. Oh man, Fifth isn't clear. Oh, Shotgun hit the inside wall. Oh wow. Annihilator up there now. And I think Shotgun. Oh, cars around. Oh man, I think Fifth is getting wrecked. I'm not gonna lie. Someone's gonna wreck him. Caution's gonna come out. He lifted that much. 2-lap shootout right now. Can they get to the green, to the white flag? Fifth constant, your leader. Sherman's gonna send it in there. Brady is setting it in there 4 wide. Ribs is gonna go in the wall. Ribs in the wall. They're gonna get to the white flag. I don't think that is caution. They didn't get to the white flag quickly. 3 wide. Rogers gonna take advantage of that. He's gonna get in the Fungus a little bit right there. Fungus is gonna break up. He's gonna get into his teammate. Now we got cars in the wall. And we got a car around. That's a deal with Fungus in the 45 car. No, it does not. They're 3 wide out of turn 4 right there. More contact. ICJ gonna get up. Somehow saves it. Got up to the wall with Waco B.
Yeah, you yes. So I might be a little bit behind. I'm seeing 5 laps.
Oh, we got a car on the grass.
Oh,
ICJ.
Super loose.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
going to the bottom of Tenacious.
Oh, Hot One's around.
One.
Hot One is around. He is wrecked.
Oh,
We got some action going on in the front of the speed actually. I saw Woodker make some contact with Tenacious and Shotgun, and now they're all getting 3 wide. He wins it at New Hampshire. Good evening, everybody. We are underway here at New Hampshire. We tried to time the intro right. Somehow we were late on it, even though we tried to start it early. But we're here at New Hampshire for the Independent Racing Series race number 7 tonight. We got to invite Fry Dog really quick. So we're going to have Fry Dog in the booth with us. We were trying to... My Xbox app's having a little bit of technical difficulties right now for some reason. I think it needs updated or something, and I didn't even know. But because it's not letting me sign in on it for some reason. But we're going to wait for Fry Dog to get back in here in the booth with us. And this is already in here. Fry Dog, I think he is here. Did you get the invite, Fry?
Yep, I'm here, buddy.
Alright. So we won't get as much radio chatter tonight, guys, due to the issues. But it's all good. We'll still get some. ENA Shotgun was the leader to start the race, but that's a hot one. Took it from him pretty quickly here. As we are officially underway here at New Hampshire. About 3 or 4 laps into it. And Hot One, your leader. So fifth constant. Oh, we got some lag already. Unless that's just me lagging. Not good. I really don't understand what happened to our internet. Like, it just randomly started lagging and hasn't stopped since. But a little bit of lag there. BD King is who we're looking at right now. Running behind his teammate 5th constant in 6th place at the moment. And you got Protege running behind him. Yeah, these cars just keep lagging for me. So that tells me that Deeds is probably lagging as well. Running right in front of ICJ at the moment. Everybody already getting a little scattered. As we're 5 laps into this thing. Fifth constant, running 5th place right now. That's who I got winning the race tonight. Fry Dog, you picked, who did you pick tonight? Gridlock.
Gridlock.
He's got Gridlock winning it tonight. See if Gridlock can get it done. It'd be pretty awesome to see Gridlock get his first win in a while. But I think it's going to be anybody's race tonight. I think it might end up being a NASCAR overtime. But these guys are looking solid here early, but we're only in the first 6 or 7 laps. So, we'll see how it really goes. Protege running pretty solid here early. So, I know we talked a little bit about it pre-race, but what's the fuel and stuff looking like here tonight, Fry?
150 miles, and it's they can get like 80, 85, I think, if they really want to save here, but 75 would be the number.
so we're looking at a one-stop possible. And we'll see what happens. I think it'll be, since there's probably going to be some cautions, I don't think we're going to be looking at it that way. Personally, I think it's going to end up being like whenever there's a caution, you're going to pit. It's going to scatter it all out. Over-under on cautions tonight is 3.5. We both got the over tonight with the strict cautions. Don't see this a lot in it to win it anymore, but finally they turned it back on tonight. I like it more with strict cautions personally, but they don't like to run strict cautions a lot, even though every single race that isn't strict cautions ends up being a very boring race. Twisted Bush running in the 19 car right behind his teammate Icy J at the moment as they battle for a position. And he's got the other Bass Pro Shops car right behind him. 3 car. Who is that in 3 car? Lined cone in that 3 car. I should know this. Line cone right on the bumper of the 19 at Twisted Bush at the moment. He's going to look under him right here, trying to make a pass. And not going to make it. That's a hot one. Still your leader. Ine shotgun second right now. And then closing soon, running in 3rd place right behind them. Lurking right there. I forget where closing qualified out. I'm not positive on that. But he's running in 3rd place at the moment, regardless.
He got 3rd. 1-2 just switched.
Alright. Over on Riverboy Stream, he's wearing the Eric Amarola shoes with the pedal cam on tonight, in honor of Eric Amarola's last season with Stuart Haas Racing. So is Amarola just retiring after the season, or is he just being let go from Stuart Haas?
I think he's stepping away because he actually signed a 2-year deal last year, and I think he's just deciding on his own terms to call it quits.
I gotcha. Got a couple guys getting close right here. DD King, Tenacious, and Protege all getting together here. Close together, and Fifth Constant also getting in the mix a little bit. Top 3, however, kind of running away with it. Not a lot, but a little bit at the moment. But so far, everybody racing really clean. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes whenever these cars start to handle a little more difficult here. Protege is right on the 18th bumper right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys right now are just riding just to try to stay with the lead pack. Don't want to make anything too aggressive. Lose time. You try to pass someone, you might lose the guy in front of you. It's like Rebels lost the pack, so.
Alright, so that's interesting. Ribs should be able to catch him, because I think there'll be a caution, but we'll see. Maybe, it'd be crazy if this race, we all thought there'd be at least one caution coming into it. And then they just come in and make it caution-free. And it would also show a lot about what these guys can do on strict cautions, if that were to happen. It'd be pretty impressive. But Boyko's starting to also lose the pack a little bit. And I think he has lost it, actually. Him and Ribs have both lost it. Wonder if Deeds.
And that's the Chevys.
What were you saying? Yeah, the Chevy guys. That's 2 Chevy guys.
Yeah, it's 2 of the Chevys back there. Yeah.
Full throttle guys, so that's pretty big. They have a good points lead right now. Not a super crazy points lead, but a decent points lead, so it's not going to be the worst thing, but you will obviously want to keep the foot on the gas, is what they would say. Twisted Bush running solid so far, running behind ICJ at the moment. Here early in this race. I'm not sure what position that's for. And he's running behind him at the moment, and then he's got Gridlock behind him in that 6 car. We'll ride along with Gridlock here for a second. So he came back to end the twin it this year. He wasn't here for a while. Came back and signed with the Radioactive Motorsports guys. and he's back here. I think this is his third. Is it his third race? Fourth race? I think it's his third race.
I think it might be his fourth. Watkins Glen, Vegas, and WWT.
Oh yeah.
And he actually bought a new. He has a new wheel this week too. So.
I did not know that. All right. Well, next weekend, guys, Extra Life is going to be putting on an event, 24-hour stream event to help raise charity for children's hospitals, I believe. I'm not sure exactly the information on how we're going to be doing it yet, but there is, I think, either me or Deeds will be streaming. I don't know if it'll be a 24-hour or what, but I will be honest with you guys. There's no possible way I could stay up for 24 hours, so if we do it, there's no way I'm going to be able to stay up for 24 hours. I'm not sure about Deeds, but we'll get more information on that throughout the Discord this week. I still have to learn a little bit about it, see what's going to happen. But it's also, I'm going to say, it's getting tougher and tougher to be able to stay up late. Because in the summertime, it's like, okay, you can stay up till 2 a.m. lightly, you know? But then once it gets to school year and basketball season, I'm already tired from waking up early for school. But then I'm also very tired from basketball, and we just had our first 2 practices, so it gets more difficult to stay up late, but I'm fighting through it right now. I'm not too tired right now. It could be a lot worse. You're on the West Coast, though, so it's only like 9:30 for you.
Yeah, but it's always, I'm always tired.
Yeah. And see, I would wake up at like 11 on Saturdays just to, you know, be able to stay up later, but I set my alarm for like 11 today just in case I slept in too late, but I woke up at like 8, or I woke up at actually like 7:50 today without my alarm. I just woke up at 7:50 a.m. and I went back to sleep for about 2 hours till like 9:30. So I got up pretty early today for a Saturday. Closing soon has caught these 2 leaders, so they're going at it for the lead right now, actually. That's a hot one's going to be the first car, and then you got Shotgun going on the outside right now, as we've got a battle for the lead here. 2 radioactive guys versus a full throttle guy, and Enia's Shotgun is going to take the lead here at New Hampshire. The pole winner back to the lead. That's a hot one, falls back to second. So I'm wondering if these radioactive guys are maybe going to try to conserve a little bit of tire here, or what, or if Shotgun's just faster in general. Do you think there's a chance that any of these guys try to like conserve tires here early?
Yeah, they're just riding. You know, these two got a plan. They just need to stay with Shotgun. There's no pressure right now.
I don't think they really care to pass him, like you were saying. They're just riding. Shotgun must have won the lead. He's going to get on the apron right here. But I don't think these guys are going to make any tough effort to try to pass him. It's kind of giving me a little bit of a reminder of a race we had earlier this season, where it was 2 radioactive guys, I believe, against 1 guy of another team. I forget what track that was. I think it was Vegas. Or we just had guys like 2v1, 3v1. See what else we got going on. Tenacious has made a pass on 5th, I think. Yeah, he did make a pass on 5th. So 5th Constant is sitting behind Tenacious at the moment, and then they got Protege behind them. So that's one thing that just happened on the track not too long ago. And then Ribs and looks to be Boyko Beat going at it. Ribs going to make a pass on Boyko Beat right there in the back of the pack. You also got a Dillick Fungus. He's by himself at the moment. Deeds is on pit road. You got any idea on what Deeds is trying here?
I didn't really see if anything happened to be on pit road. It might be an early strategy because then he can do it. He's obviously not doing a 1-stop, so maybe he's making a short one and then 1 more.
Yeah, I don't like this strategy by Deeds. He's just trying something and it never ends up working, so I don't really like this strategy. I have no idea what his mindset is here, but to me this is just him throwing away the race. Already going a lap down, but we'll see what he can do. Interesting strategy to say the least. I think it's way too early to pit though, to even think about pitting. He got lapped by the top 3 guys right there. He is going to have a little bit of fresher tires, so we'll see if he can go unlap himself. And it's difficult to pass in New Hampshire, I believe, correct?
Oh yeah, this place is tough.
Yeah, so
Really tough.
even if he has the fresh tires, he doesn't want to obviously like interact and affect the leaders going out with each other, but he wants to get his lap back, so it's going to be tough for him to be able to make that pass on the leaders and not mess them up at all. If he catches them. I'm not sure what their tires are looking like right now. I can try to go get a look on that. There it is. We're 30 laps into this thing. So about 121 to go. Gridlock and ICJ pretty close to each other right now, and they've also got Twisted Bush behind them. These 3 all in line together. So Deed's pitted at 30 to go. That is just weird. See if we can get any tire information here. Tires aren't looking too bad yet. They're in probably about the 70s or 60s right now. We got guys in the 70s, I believe, is what we're looking at and seeing. And possibly some in the 60s. Depending on how hard they're running it. But the tire wear right now, not bad at all. The 19 car going to try to make a move here on Gridlock. Oh, a little bit of contact. That's Twisted Bush right behind Gridlock at the moment. As they go through 1 and 2. See if he can do anything with it. Looks like Gridlock's going to contain the spot. I'm not sure exactly what position they're running for right there, but Gridlock's going to hold the spot. See if there's anything else going on around the track. E&A Shotgun, he continues to be your leader here. In front of that's a hot one. And Fifth Constant's making a pass on Deeds right now, who has lap car. Deeds has fresher tires as well, and he's still getting passed right now. So he's going to try to maybe come back here on Fifth Constant. We'll see. Not going to try anything. Fifth and Tenacious going at it right now. These 2 guys almost side by side right there. It's Fifth Constant right on Tenacious's bumper with Dirty Deeds right behind them. And they got the leaders not too far in front of them as they're actually trying to catch the leaders right now, and I think they've gained a little bit on the leaders. And Protege right behind them. And they're not too far from the lead, just about half a turn back. See if they can catch them. I think right now they're just trying to push each other, draft each other to catch them. And Deeds is just latching on that, maybe trying to go get his lap back that way. Which is not a bad idea. Alright, so right now, Fifth Constant battling with Tenacious, or not really battling, just trying to catch the leaders, and they're doing a pretty good job at it right now. I wonder if the leaders are backing it down a little bit. We can see if we can go get into radio chatter on them. Maybe backing it down at all, because it looks like they are definitely getting caught right now. We'll go to the radioactive chat at the moment. We'll be right back here on the race control. Not much going on over here in this chat.
line. My car's not even that bad, it's just can't quite run it how I want in traffic. It's alright, just in cruising mode right behind that 9 right now. I'm sorry. You're good? Nope, don't apologize. I'm ready for all of that.
Alright, so not a lot of talk going on over there right now. We'll go to a different chat.
Turn, you sack of turd.
Not a lot going on there either. We'll go to shotgun and full throttle outlaws. Lapped car they're passing right here. That's going to be Ribs on the inside. He's going to let them all pass. So there's a lot of concentration right now, not a lot of talking. So yeah, not much going on in those chats right now. There's just a lot of concentration. Still pretty early in this race. We're getting to about the 100 laps to go mark. We're going to be 50 laps through here soon. We're at about 43 right now, so 108 laps to go.
Yeah, to me it sounds like they all want to get that pit stop and get some adjustments in right now.
Yeah, these guys are like... I heard one guy talking about how he called his car something. I don't know if it was actually handling bad or what. I think it was DD King talking about his car. But yeah, these guys, I feel like they will wait. Because DD King is having trouble. He almost hit the inside wall right there trying to steer that thing. He's going to get passed by Idyllic Fungus, his teammate. But I think they'll try to wait to get it in. But you might see guys start pitting here soon. Who knows?
Yeah, if they're going to make it a two-stopper, it's 50-50, you know what I mean? So if they're going past 50, they're going to try to go to 75, I feel, unless they have some other strategy that I don't know about.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do here. I know you're the pitting guy. You're good at the fuel saving stuff, so I'll leave that up to you. So Ribs got lapped down. Deeds is also lapped down. That's 2 lap down cars. We haven't seen a caution here tonight. We've seen a very clean race so far. So is this race going to be opposite of what I thought it would be? Who knows? So just have to stay tuned.
Yeah, they're doing a great job out here. So now that they're catching lap cars, there could be a couple more here that they're going to get to.
Yeah, and these guys they're flying, but have they gotten caught at all by these? Yeah, Fifth Constant and Tenacious have caught them a little bit more. Not a lot, but just a tiny bit, but definitely keep an eye out on Fifth Constant and Tenacious getting back in the mix up there. And then That's a Hot One, or not That's a Hot One, possibly Protege as well. But I don't think Protege's gained. I think he's lost a little bit.
That is a good run though for that Ram. They're 3 out of the 6, so. But that pole really hurts them every week. I mean, they're almost racing like they got to be 3 points ahead of every single driver, that's behind them. It just helps.
Yeah, that pole is really big. And Shotgun getting it so much, just keeps on extending. But right now, Ribs is lapped down. He's a full throttle guy, but then Deeds is also lapped down. He's a radioactive guy, so. But Protege is having a pretty solid race so far there for Radioactive. He's ran 6th place most of this race. He's still running 6th place at the moment. And, still a lot of racing to go, but so far it's been a solid run for him. Ribs, 2 lap cars side by side right now. I'll watch this for a second. Some actual side by side action on the track, even though it's just 2 lap cars. He's trying to clear him right here. We'll see if he can. He's not going to get clear yet. Rib's going to side draft a little bit. It's not going to work. And Deeds has him cleared at the moment. And Deeds going to try to squeeze down below him. Barely does. And Dirty Deeds going to clear Rebel Boy for a position, I believe. And then ICJ, Twisted Bush, and Gridlock, they're still all 3 racing together. ICJ going to go below Twisted Bush here. Gets up the track a little bit. Bush back down to the bottom. Almost pitted on accident. Man, that was close. And ICJ's going to pass Twisted Bush.
Is that for 8, 9, 10 because DD King's in front of him in 7th?
Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah, probably.
So that means with Grid up there, they got 4 in the 10. Rambos.
No, it's I think that's even further back because DD's running 9th right now. 8th place is going to be Idyllic Fungus. So I'm not sure what place that's for. I think it's got to be for like 11th, 12th, 13th or something. Annihilator in the chat, what's up? Saying let's go Shoddy. He is leader right now, or he got passed by Closing. He was the leader. Closing soon took it from him. And looks like we had our 3rd place guy, that's a hot one, fall off a little bit. Not too much. But yeah, these cars starting to fall off a little bit, the speed and everything. 5th Constant trying to still catch that lead pack. He started to gain away from Tenacious a tiny bit. Not too much. How many laps left? We have about 97 to go. 96 to go next time by, I believe.
Yeah, they're all playing nice right now, aren't they?
Yeah, these guys have been very passive. Thought it'd be a lot more aggressive here early. But now that these guys are getting scattered out, it's like, will we end up seeing a caution? But at the same time, even just hitting the wall the wrong way could cause a caution. And if we're going to see a caution, I figure, if we're going to see our first caution, I should say, I figure it'll be here when these cars are tough to handle. Somebody losing control of it. We'll have to see, though. As we're under 100 laps to go in this thing.
I'd say within 10 laps, we'll see them coming in if they're over 60, 65.
We got a little bit of battle going on. Well, sorry, what were you saying?
Well, with it only being a one-stop race, this is the money stop. You know, the computer could screw you. You get a speeding penalty. This is all if they're going to race like this the whole night.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Obviously, it's not the money stop for Deeds, though. He already decided to pit once already for some reason. I'm not sure why. Line Cone, though, coming through here, making some passes on Deeds and Rebel Boy. Those guys are lapped cars, though. Line Cone's not, I don't think. Just Deeds and Rebel Boy. I believe they're the only lap cars we've seen so far, but I could be wrong. We got another lap car coming up, though. And Deeds makes a pass on Rebel Boy. Ribs almost caused a caution, it sounds like, or him and Deeds almost, or something. Something back there almost caused a caution, but it didn't happen. So yeah, I think we'll see a caution here soon from handling issues, but we'll have to see. These guys still have plenty of fuel in the tanks. It's just a question of when do you pit for the tires? When does the car start to handle worse? Right now, we're not only to the 60 lap. We're not even to the 60 lap point. Sorry. So I don't expect to see many of the guys pit yet, but I'm gonna stick with I think what you said. I believe you said something about this earlier. I think we could see him pit around the 70, 75. Shotgun has fallen. He's in second still. He hasn't. I was gonna say he's fallen back 2 spots, but that car in front of Closing's a lapped car, so he's still running second at the moment. But see if Boyko Beak gets out of the way here. He's gonna be in the way, all in the way. We'll have to go to Closing's radio. He's all in the way right now. I'm gonna go jump into Closing's radio and hear what's going on. Nothing much at the moment. Boyko gets the wall. Nice, that's pretty quiet in there. Alright, Fry didn't have much, or Closing didn't have much to say. I thought he'd say something about it, but Boyko also got the wall afterwards, so almost ended up being something disastrous right there. It looks like Fifth Constant has caught. That's a hot one. So he's going to pass him right there. So Fifth Constant, your new third place car. That's a hot one. Falls back to fourth here. And Boyko's still kind of interfering with these guys a little bit. Fifth is going to be...
Yeah, Boyko right here needs to just kind of race with these guys and stay on the lucky dog.
Yeah.
You know, if the caution does come out.
Yeah, I mean, he's not doing anything wrong with the way he's racing. He's just, like, getting in the mix a little bit with these guys. And he's not really affecting them too much. He's just running his race, you know. He's not sitting here and just getting completely out of the way. He's still running his race, but he's not racing them aggressive.
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing wrong with it.
This hot one going to look low on him right here. See if he can get there. He's going to send it in there. Try to clear him. Not going to work. Oh, maybe it is. It is going to work. So hot one's going to make the pass on Boyko for the lap. Or the lap down car. Closing has about a car length lead right now on Shotgun. As they head on to the
See, the number's 75, but you could short pit it by 1 or 2 because there's enough gas in the tank to go 80. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's just, I think the biggest question is the tires, you know. Fuel is obviously something they're going to look at, but the tires is the biggest question in my opinion. How the car is going to handle. Oh man, Didi just almost wrecked it. The Didi almost caused the caution. He needs to check his pants after that one. We didn't get it on the stream, but I got it on his stream. And he almost wrecked that thing. He might have to check his pants after that one.
DD'd in his pants.
Yeah. Like he was getting really loose and was going to hit the inside wall right there. That car is a handful for DD at the moment. We're going to go right along with him for a moment and see if we can tell how much of a handful it is in the broadcast view compared to the actual race view. Man, on his stream, he's in hood view, but you can just see his rear wheels are sliding around on his stream. He's like drifting that thing right now, it seems like. Almost wrecking it every time. He's going to end up wrecking that thing. I don't know how he hasn't wrecked it yet. Can't really notice it on our stream, but on his you can. Right,
yeah, you don't want to be the caution right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely not.
You don't.
A lot of pressure on these guys. Alright, we got... Oh, there he is! DD's around! I knew it was going to happen, and it happens right there. That's going to be a caution. DD King goes around, and we have our first caution of the night. You knew it was bound to happen. And now everything changes here. We're going to look at the replay at that really quick. And we'll have you give us information on what the new strategy is looking like here. As that's the wrong Insta replay, guys. Sorry. But Fry, what's the new strategy looking like here?
We'll have to see when they come out. If they come out at 70, you can go 80, but I don't think these cars can go that way. So they're now that they restarted, it's going to be maybe another caution.
Yeah, we knew that car was becoming a handful for Didi, and it was just bound to happen. It happened right there. With the way it was handling, I think he should have already had it down pit road, but he was just trying to stick to his strategy. Unfortunately, it didn't work, but it said, I think with how those cars were handling, we were bound to see a caution from somebody, and with the low tires, and that's what happened right there. We almost got through a whole run there on strict cautions without a caution. But the green flag back out. Look at Gridlock up there in second place. Your guy to win it tonight. Running second place right now on the outside. That's a hot one, the leader, though. As they go through 1 and 2 right here. See if Gridlock can get to the lead. Hot one's going to get low on the apron, and Gridlock is your new leader here at New Hampshire. And then Fifth Constant's going to send it in there and gets in a closing soon. The 8 car up the track, they're 3 wide right now, and now I think since that one caution happened, it sets stuff off, and these guys are going to get a lot more aggressive in this second run, and they're gonna start to beat and bang each other. I think it's going to happen. We're already seeing it here. These guys just going at it right now. Man, Idyllic Fungus almost gets into the 19 car right there. 19 gets into the 20 car. And here comes DD King back through the pack right here. Side by side with teammate Icy J. Icy's going to make the pass on him. He's going to be battling with him still. We're starting to get a little more spread out again. Calming down a little bit. So maybe they can get through this without causing that caution right there in the restart. Getting chaotic. Shotgun taking the lead on Gridlock right now. Gridlock's going to fall to second. He's got his teammate closing soon who has multiple wins behind him right now. Gridlock going to shoot to the bottom right here. And Gridlock side by side with Ine's Shotgun as they head through 1 and 2. Shotgun's going to stay clear of him though. And Shotgun remains your leader here at New Hampshire. Fifth Constant's looking below, closing soon at the moment. And these guys just going at it right now in the front. We got some good battling going on. And it just started raining outside my house, so hopefully the internet doesn't get worse. Alright, well, Protege side by side with Line Cone at the moment for the 5th place spot. As they're battling for a top 5 spot. I'm not sure if Protege's gotten a top 5 this year or Line Cone, but they're battling for it at the moment, trying to get one. And they got Tenacious right behind them. As Tenacious going to get into Protege a little bit, but he's going to make the pass on him right here, or try to. As they're side by side. We'll see if we can clear him. A little bit of contact. Is that Shotgun falling back a little bit, I see? I'll have to get up there and see. That is going to be Shotgun. He got into 5th Constant a little bit. He's still going to stay in front of 5th Constant. But your leader is still Gridlock. 2nd place is going to be his teammate closing soon. And then you got Shotgun and 5th Constant. 2 guys that have had some controversy at this track before. I think they've mostly forgotten about that, but I mean, some things are never forgotten, you know. 5th gonna look low here on Shotgun. He's really hungry for his first win of the season. 5th Constant's willing to do what it takes, I think. And tonight he's gonna battle as Shotgun gets the wall right there. And 5th is gonna clear Shotgun for that 3rd place spot as they head to 3 and 4. 5th Constant makes his way into the top 3 here at New Hampshire. And these guys really not falling apart from each other. Everybody's just staying together at the moment, or most of the pack at least. Protege and Tenacious now side by side battling. And Shotgun falling back pretty heavily right now. Icy J and Ribs side by side. We know we've seen some controversy between these two guys this season. I figure with it being strict cautions, these guys might be smart enough not to do anything dumb right here, but we'll have to find out, I guess. These two have had a little bit of problems this season. Ribs had problems with him this season. We'll see what happens here if anything transpires. Looks like Ice is going to make a pretty clean pass and just get by him here. So Ice is going to be past him. I believe somebody is still up down, and I think it might be Ribs. Man, a little bit of contact between closing and fifth, though. And Line Cone coming in for it. What's your thoughts on Line Cone and how he's raced this season? I think he's been pretty solid. Fifth Constant still running third. Protege, he's been really good tonight, and he's still sitting up there, running right outside the top 5 at the moment. Trying to battle with multiple time winner this season, plenty time winner, Union Shotgun. For that spot right now in the top 5. I believe Shotgun's got 3 this season, correct? I think he's got 3. Fifth Constant side by side with Gridlock. Gridlock's starting to fall back a little bit here. Now Shotgun going below Gridlock. Oh, a little bit of contact. Gridlock's going to hold that spot. Gets back up in front of Shotgun. Here comes Line Cone maybe. Nope. He's looking below Shotgun for a second. Oh, Shotgun gets the wall. And Line Cone gets on Shotgun's bumper a little bit again there. Trying to make his way throughout the pack here, despite that wreck that he happened to be in right there. It's caused the first caution of tonight. Trying to catch that lead pack right now. He's all bunched together. 2 leaders have gotten away just a tiny bit here, a couple car lengths. And we've got 64 laps to go here. We're over halfway here at New Hampshire. These guys, I don't think they got to pit again under green. If it came to a caution, they'd probably decide to pit again, but depends on when the caution is. And as of right now, under green, they don't have to pit, I don't think, anymore. Could be wrong on that, though. Man, Gridlock and they're 3 wide, Gridlock and Shotgun, and I think that's Line Cone. Line Cone and Gridlock going at it right now. Side drafting each other. And these guys getting crazy. This looks like a wreck waiting to happen. As they come out of turn 2. Line Cone leading this little pack right here, running 3rd place at the moment. With Gridlock right behind them. Side by side is going to be Protege and Shotgun, and then also Tenacious and Gridlock. Tenacious is going to take the spot on Gridlock right there, and Protege making his way through there as well. So we're seeing some names up there we haven't seen up there a lot tonight, starting to make their way into the top 5. And we've seen Protege up there a lot tonight in the 6th place spot. But now finally making his way into the top 5 here, I believe. Yeah, running 5th place. Going to make a pass on Tenacious maybe? I wonder what happened to Hot One though. Hot One was up there and he's not up there really much anymore. '19 car of Twisted Bush looks to be up there, I think. I think Hot One fell off the pace of the rest of the pack, unfortunately. Something must have happened. He's had that happen many times this season, unfortunately, but still some racing to go. Still a chance of a caution here, especially with strict cautions. See what happens. Gridlock and Shotgun going at it. Shotgun's cars seem to fall off a little bit this run, too. Shotgun was leading earlier. Hot One was leading this restart, and then something happened. Not sure what. Gridlock gets it in there deep. somehow stays out of the 22, I think. He's going to be fighting right now. Protege going below Tenacious at the moment. Seeing if he can get the spot. They're side by side down the front straightaway here. Tenacious is going to clear in front of Protege and keep that spot. We got a little bit of punch going on in the front, it looks like. Find the front pack. It's going to be 5th constant line cone closing soon up here. 58 laps to go at New Hampshire, which, by the way, this track does not have lights, guys, just in case you were wondering. I hear thunder outside. That's the first time in a long time I've heard thunder here, which is surprising. Because usually it's like the storms here a lot or a good amount, but then all of a sudden I haven't really heard much thunder here at all, and we've gotten barely any rain here as well. Now we've gotten 100% chance, and then yeah, 100% chance of rain right now. It's obviously it's raining, so oops. Are you still in here? Not really sure what happened to Fry Dog. He hasn't been talking. I'm not sure. He's still in here, but I'm not sure what. But right now, side by side for the lead, 5th constant and closing soon, going at it with line cone right behind him. Closing, going for it. Closing's gonna have it at the moment as they head down the back straightaway. 5th constant, very eager for a win right now. Closing soon's got multiple of them. 5th constant has 0 of them this season. Line cone also up there trying to search for a win as he's got 0 wins this season. And he's also searching for his first ever in it to win it win. So we'll see if he can get that tonight. Plenty of racing left to go. We'll have to find out. But 5th constant right now battling in 2nd place. He's going to go below closing soon right here as they're side by side through 1 and 2. Closing's going to hold the spot though.
Sorry, buddy. I had to help my son get more screen time on his Xbox, but I'm back.
Alright, I was wondering, I didn't know if you fell asleep or what, but you missed a pretty good restart. They managed to not have a caution though, which was good. It looked like it was going to happen, but it didn't. 5th constant closing soon battling for the lead right now, and line cone has worked his way up to 3rd place right now. With 5th and closing. They got a big pack right behind them trying to catch him right now. So if they start battling a lot, they're going to get caught. But I think if this race stays green, they're good to go. Without any more pit stops.
What'd they restart at? Do you know? How many to go?
I don't know the... Let me think. I'm not sure. It might have been around 70, but I could be wrong. I think we got 52 to go right now and 61 on the tanks. But then the tires is the issue, so they might not be good to go. They might be close on the tires.
And Boyko probably got the lucky dog, right?
I'm not sure who got the lucky dog. I think there's still 2 guys lapped down at least. But I'm not sure who got the lucky dog position. It was either Boyko or Deeds, I believe. A little bit of contact here between Protege and Shotgun. Protege's going to make the pass. But Gridlock was up in the lead there for a little bit. He restarted in the front row. And then managed to get his way up to the lead. A little bit of contact here. Shotgun is going to move Protege up the track and take away that spot back from him. I'm not sure what position that's for at the moment, but These guys getting into each other a little bit. I'm going to jump down to the radio, the Full Throttle Outlaw guys, and see if we can hear anything on it. As Prodigy's going to move him back. They're just having a little bump battle.
Driving me insane. Like, you realize racing me this hard is just losing the front pack. We're never gonna gain if you continue to race me this hard.
I think it might have been lag on my side. Shotgun showing a little bit of frustration right now.
Continue doing what you're doing, Boyko. You're catching him. I'm just going to be patient. I know this is my one spot to gain, so I'm just going to work him on the long run here and save some more tire than he does. Yep, I have a little bit more pace. Our one's 8.5 back from us. He's on new stuff, so probably have to deal with him here in a little bit. He's fast.
I'm gonna go to the radioactive chat real quick, see if there's anything going on here.
Well, I feel you.
Not much going on in those chats. Alright, we're back. Shotgun had a little bit of frustration in there. I think we got in a little late, but he's going to try to make a pass here on, looks to be Tenacious now, so see if he can do that. Alright, Shotgun makes the pass on Tenacious. Now Prodigy going for the pass on Tenacious. Oh, we got a wreck! Closing soon is going to be around. And we're going to get a caution here. And caution's out. Let's see if closing's got anything. Not much from here. I'm not sure what just happened there.
Well, I'm following the rule. I'm taking 4 tires. I stayed in third. I hit an invisible wall. So.
Let's see what happened. Closing was running really good too. If we look in front, yeah, he hit an invisible wall literally. You can see his car just shot down to the bottom of the track. Like he randomly got loose in the middle of a straightaway. We'll look at that one more time here. If it'll let us.
Number 2, caution.
Yep, caution number 2. I want to look at that one more time really quick. Yeah, he just like randomly, unless he got loose. Could have got loose, but green flag back out. 5th constant is your leader, and that really changes the strategy now. Now we know they're good to go they're good to go if it stays green, but had 2 cautions tonight. The over-under's 3.5. They're gonna have a really good line tonight. We'll see. But I think it's gonna start to get a lot more aggressive here as they head down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4. And we might see a little bit of pack of cautions here. We'll see how these guys race.
They all look clean there, going 2 wide all the way to the backstretch.
Yep, and 2nd place is Lion Cone. 5th constant first, but Lion Cone's looks really solid tonight. He looks really solid a lot of this season that he's been in. And could Lion Cone come in here and get his first ever in it to win and win? We'll see. Shotgun starting to make his way back up to the pack though. Getting back up there into the top 3 right now. These guys are battling right now. Robo Boy side by side with DD King. I'm not sure who got the free pass this time or who's still lapped down, but we've only got 39 laps to go here. And we got a whole bunch of cars put together. fifth constant. He's trying to get his first win of the season, so he can stop hearing people talk about how he don't have any wins this season. He wants to stop getting the treatment that he gave to Ine Shotgun last season.
Yeah, he's got his elbows up right now driving. I'm sure he's a little nervous, more than he's been ever out in the lead before.
Oh yeah, he's definitely feeling the pressure a little more right now, knowing he needs to get that win. I think he can get it done though. Obviously, he was my pick to win it tonight, and he's looking solid so far. But he's got some tough competition. His protege is going to get into ICJ right there. A little bit of guys getting into it. See if ICJ does anything here. He's going to look on the outside. It's not going to be there. Gridlock running behind Tenacious at the moment, running at about 7th place, I believe, trying to make his way through there. Pretty close to the front of the pack, so we'll see if your picks can still get up there and get this thing done.
He's running a good race. He's doing what he needs to do.
Both of our picks to win it have been in the lead at 1 point tonight. Gridlock led that restart. Fifth Constance led this restart. And Boyko Beat has the 12 car pushing him. The 12 car seemed to fall off a little bit. He's falling way back. He's falling off a little bit though, trying to make his way back to the pack, see if he can. But he's having a tough time, it looks like. He's going to try to pass Boyko Beat right here. Oh, he's going to get into the 18 car. As they go into 1 and 2. Oh, Boyko and him get into each other a little bit. As they're battling. Side by side. And now Boyko's going to he's going to clear him. So yeah, Hot One just not getting back up there right now. Having a tough time doing it. ICJ and all these other guys up here slowing down a little bit. Boyko catching them. Oh man, Boyko gets loose. Boyko trying to save it. Oh, he's gonna get DD King. Are they gonna save it? Wow, what a save. It's gonna stay green. Somehow no caution, or somehow they saved it. That was crazy. That was a little bit of a climax right there. I don't know how they managed to get through there without any wreck. Boyko looking below the 12 right now. But is damage on tonight, do you know? I don't think it is, right? Oh, man.
Yeah, no damage.
Oh, the 12 is going to put Boyko down the track a little bit, and then they almost get together. These guys getting chaotic right now. And now here comes the 5 car. Rubber Boy getting in there a little bit. DD almost gets the wall. He's going to get into Boyko Beat as they head down the front straightaway. DD's going to get shoved up the track, or not shoved up, he got in there too tight. Too fast, I mean. Ribs, what a move by Rubber Boy right there. Splitting the difference and making the pass. Ribs is going to split it through those two guys. And he passes DD King and Boyko Beat right there. The 2 for 1 at the Rib Shack. Side by side is going to be Hot One and ICJ right now. 20 and the 12 car going at it behind Protege. They're side by side through 1 and 2. Hot One going to try to clear him. Not going to do it. Gets into Icy a little bit. Icy almost gets the wall. Stays out of it. And they're going to get into each other again here. Side by side action. Hot One going to try to clear him. Not clear. He's going to force himself in there clear. A little bit of guys getting aggressive right now. Tempers might start to flare here. Or they might already be flaring. Ribs gets low on the apron there.
Yeah, Icy and Hot One right there. That's the rookie battle. So, you know, they're racing for something there too.
Yeah, this guy's going at it as well. Looks like Hot One's gotten him fully. We'll see if Icy gets back up there, though. And Hot One's actually making his way up there to the lead right now. We know he's a fast car, and that he can race with those leaders. We saw him do it at the beginning of the race, but he's just something must have happened last run, because he was the leader last run, but then fell clear back, and then he's been fighting his way back through this run. He's fought into the top 5 though, as the leader's going at it. No, that's not the leader. Sorry, so I was wrong about Hot One. He's not in the top 5. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong cars, but he's running about 8th probably or something. We got Gridlock, Protege, and Tenacious going at it right here though, in front of Hot One of them. Meanwhile, your leader is actually 5th Constant, with Lined Cone behind him and then closing soon. So we got 2 guys in the top 4 that are together that don't have wins, and we got 2 guys that do have wins. So let's see how that goes. Oh man. Line Cone. Or closing's gonna get below Line Cone. My game just lagged out, I think. You're gonna have to re-invite me. Oh wait, no, that's a caution. Sorry, I don't know why. I saw it get slow, and I thought my game
I saw him
lagged out.
slowing down. I was thinking, because I'm watching the stream in the Xbox, and your stream didn't die, so.
Well, I'm not sure what the caution's for. See, that's how unused I am to cautions now. How I'm so unused to cautions now. Is when I saw the game slow down, I thought it was my game crashing. And the
Yeah, you can hear the motor slow down. Yeah, that's what I was learning too.
Because I can't hear the engine sounds through my thing with the way my setup is. But the caution's out. That's going to be, is that our 3rd or our 4th of the night?
Number 3.
Number 3,
with like 30 to go?
I think it's going to be less than that, actually. 5th Constant's going to be your leader. Line Cone on the outside. Green flag back out here in the II2WI Racing Series Season 9, week number 7 race. We're going to have 23 laps to go here. 5th going to get way down in the apron. Gets it back up there. He's going to be almost clear as they head down the back straightaway. With less than 25 to go here at New Hampshire. Lined Cone, man, trying to get his first ever II2WI win. You know, he's had a lot of hate in the past against him, I guess. Didn't even get drafted this season. Even though he was a solid driver, it was just because of attendance issues. He get messed with about his attendance issues. Now he finds himself here, proving to these guys that he should have been drafted, showing up to races, running first place right now at New Hampshire, side by side with 5th Constant. 5th Constant's going to get into Lined Cone a little bit. They're almost 3 wide. Closing soon, going to get below 5th Constant. Gets into him. We got 2 guys in the wall right there, including the leader. 5th Constant to the outside. And now we got a 3 wide situation. 5th up the track, almost into the wall. 5th's going to fall back big time here. Tenacious shot it in there. And 5th falls clear back to like 6th or 7th, but Gridlock running on the bottom here below 5th, trying to make his way through there. You also got Protege up here. Line Cone the leader. We got a lot of guys up here that look like they can be first-time winners tonight. Including, I mean, we haven't really talked about it much, but Tenacious. Tenacious hasn't gotten a win this season, and he's up here as well. Another guy that's surprising to not have a win this season. 5th Constant trying to fight back up there after getting up the track in the lead. Or close to the lead at least. Will we see any more cautions tonight? I think we will. These guys are getting really aggressive now. It's go time for these guys. Hot One battling side by side with Gridlock. Gridlock's going to clear him. Leader still continues to be the 3-car of Lined Cone with closing soon right behind him. We got a 3-wide battle right now. These guys banging doors right now. 2 Chevys and a Toyota. And now we got Protege in there, so one of each manufacturer. And 5th Constant and Shotgun, ironically, side by side here at New Hampshire. This time 5th Constant has the inside lane. Shotgun's going to make the pass on him.
These guys racing back here are going to lose these top 2 cars.
Yeah, they need to be helping each other out. But Line Cone, your leader right now. Closing soon right behind him, who already has a win this season. How much would Closing be willing to do to try to go get another win? And we know Line Cone is probably willing to do some stuff because he doesn't have a win this season. And he's trying to get his first ever win. And I'm sure it'd mean a lot to him.
Yeah, I know when we did. Yeah, when we did that draft, remember, I almost had him go in the second round. Remember, I mentioned his name. Lion Cone could go here a couple times. I always had high expectations for him. He's got good pace.
Yeah, he's a good driver. It was just people were worried about his attendance issues, I think, was part of the problem. Because he's proven this season, though, ever since getting picked up, he's proven how fast he can be. And he's had some solid runs. And these guys going out of back here, bumping bumpers right now. Tenacious going to get into 5th constant. Now Protege going to get into 5th constant. Man, 5th constant must be a magnet out there right now. Everybody's just getting into him. And now we got a bunch of guys getting into each other right here. 5th falls back even more. 5th went from the lead to about 7th place here.
Yeah, that's a beehive back there to me, looking like. I think Icy kind of just sent him up, his own teammate there a little bit. Now he's trying to get back under Icy.
It's not going to be easy here. As Icy's got some speed on the outside. Icy and 5th get into each other there. And they're 4 wide back here right now. 4 wide, and Icy's going to go around. Oh, Icy's in the air, I think. Car's still around. Caution's going to wave. That's our 4th of the night. That's going to be the over. Caution number 4.
Money, 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 buddy.
This is where it gets chaotic. This is where we're going to see a lot of cautions. And I'm telling you, dude, pre-race I told you about the NASCAR overtime. How I think the last 20 laps we'll start to see some cautions. Maybe a NASCAR overtime at the end, a little patch of cautions. See what happened right there.
So the rule they put in, all those cars need to pit that were in that caution to take 4. I know everyone's going to take 4 anyways, but no one's going to stay out here that was in that caution to be dumb.
Yeah. And I wish I would have saw Icy when he was up in the air, but unfortunately I didn't have the right cameras. So we didn't get to see it. I got to see the beginning of it, and that was it. But that was the replay right there, guys, of the ICJ wreck right there. Had a couple cars involved. Your leader is going to be Protege, the rookie of the 22 car this season for Radioactive Motorsports. Got signed out of free agency. The green flag is back out here at New Hampshire with about 10 laps to go. Protege trying to get his first ever in-it-to-win-it win in his rookie season, along with a lot of other guys trying to get their first win of the season. And Shotgun on there up in the outside, still in this thing. Every week he's up there now. 5th Constant back up there as well. He's back up into 4th place. Tenacious running 3rd right now. He's going to get into Shotgun a little bit. And these guys all bunched together. Expect to see at least 2 more cautions, I would say. These guys are going to get really aggressive here at the end. And I think by the end of this race, you're going to hear a lot of arguing, because this thing's going to end in a crazy way. You can just look at it and tell it's probably going to. Depends on how smart these guys are with their moves right here, how aggressive they are. Deeds has found his way falling back through the back of the pack. ICJ and Ribs find themselves side by side here again. These two going at it now. Protege, your leader. He's got Shotgun right behind him right now, though. They're battling as we're under 10 laps to go here. And now Shotgun looking on the inside of Protege. Shotgun going to go to the inside, trying to pass Protege for the lead here. And he's going to do it. Protege makes a little mistake there. Shotgun, your new leader here at New Hampshire with under 10 to go. We're going to have 7 to go now. 6 to go next time by. Will it stay green? And can Shotgun hold on to this thing to get his 4th win of the season, I believe it would be. Boyko and Gridlock find themselves side by side. Would it be Shotgun's 3rd or 4th win of the season?
Oh, 4th. It's
All
3-2-1, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Line
He's
Cone
got
up
half
to
the
second.
wins. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. Line Cone up to second. He's got a hot rod tonight. He's just trying to chase down our leader to get to the lead. Will it stay green? Line Cone's there, and keep in mind, these two are teammates. Could they communicate maybe here and get another guy into the championship? I don't think Shotgun's just going to give it up, though. I think he's going to have to earn it on Shotgun. And what is he willing to do to his teammate here to get it? As they've got guys behind him right now, but it's going to be about 4 or 5 to go this time by. I think it'll be 4 to go, actually. Will it stay green? We got guys almost wrecking behind him. Getting into each other. That was close. As they're going at it. 4 laps to go. Eni is Shotgun your leader. Line Cone second. Will we see a NASCAR overtime? If a caution were to come out right now, it would be NASCAR overtime, I believe. And it does come out. The caution's out. Not sure what it's for, but we see a caution.
Wow.
And that's going to send us
Who is
into
that?
NASCAR overtime.
Woo! You called it, buddy.
Man. And it looks like Protege is going to be that caution as he's all by himself here. So if I had to guess, he was the caution, but it's just, it felt like it's how it was going to be tonight, you know, getting the strict cautions. If you look at the end-of-twin history and the history of this track,
Yeah.
it's just something you can see happening. But this is going to be a shocking finish as we're going to get into NASCAR.
Does anybody
overtime here.
stay out or take 2 tires, or what's the strategy here? This is going to be crazy. We
guys
can
are
see someone
staying
up
out.
front that's not even. Oh, yeah.
I think everybody's staying out, actually. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Everybody is going to stay out. So Shotgun's going to be your leader with Line Cone second. You got Closing Soon and Tenacious in the second round. Tenacious without a win this season, along with Line Cone. The green flag back out here with 2 laps to go in New Hampshire. Line Cone gets a good jump right there on the outside. As they head into 1 and 2, Line Cone trying to clear his teammate. I think Shotgun's trying to let him get to the lead. I'm not sure. As he
That's
did an
a shifter.
incredible job there. Oh, he does have a shifter. That's right. Oh, they got contact in the back. Will it bring out a caution? We're going to stay green here. If they get to the white flag, the race will be official. Caution's out. As we see our 6th caution of the night right there.
Yeah.
And this is where it could get crazy. They got to get around about 28 seconds to that white flag when the green flag drops. So we'll see if they can do it, as we're going to get another NASCAR overtime right here. And, I mean, it's in it to win it. We don't get a lot of races like this much, so I'm going to enjoy this one. Your leader's going to be Line Cone, by the way. Shotgun's going to be second, so Line Cone will have the inside advantage here, which is big in my opinion. And I think he's also got a shifter, so we could see him clear him here. Closing
Well,
Soon
Tenacious
runs third.
and Closing, if they're behind them, they both have shifters too.
Yeah.
So, and there's 3 teammates in the top 4 here. Wow. Chevys are showing up.
All right, well, green flag is going to wave here. 2 laps to go. NASCAR overtime again here. We try it. If they get to the white flag, this race will be official as they head through 1 and 2. Line Cone is going to be your leader. He's got to be looking in his mirror constantly right now as they head through 1 and 2. Closing going to get into Shotgun. Shotgun in the wall. As they head down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. If they get to the white flag, it'll be official. Line Cone. 5th constant up here as well now. Line Cone trying to protect. Line Cone almost gets in the wall. White flag is out. Next flag will end the race. Closing going to the inside here on Line Cone. 5th constant to the outside. He's going to fall back. Hot One's up here now. Closing gets into Line Cone right there as they head out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Side by side for the lead. Into 3 and 4. They're right there into the wall. And here comes Hot One. Who's going to get it side by side? 3 wide. As they go down the front straightaway, it's going to be Shotgun winning it here at New Hampshire. How did he get back up there? What just happened? E&E Shotgun gets it done. Barely over Hot One. I don't even know how he made it back up there. He was just like 3 rows back. And he's going to get it done by about 0.05 of a second. What a finish that was, though.
Wow.
That was crazy. I don't. I want to look at that replay again. I don't know how he made it back up there. Because if we look at it, like, I mean, it was close. We'll have to look back. I'll have to look back at it in more depth. But, I mean, Shotgun was in the wall. He got put in the wall, fell back, managed to get back up there within half a lap and win the thing. That was impressive. As we're going to send it back to the booth. We'll get some interviews here. We'll get our winner Shotgun in here first of all. But what a finish that was. That was an amazing finish. And it finished under green too, which makes it even better. So we'll get Shotgun in here. I'll interview Shotgun, and then I'll get our second place finisher in here, and I'll let you interview him, that's a hot one. Unless you want to interview the winner. Which one do you want to interview?
No, you got Shotgun. You're good.
Right. We'll wait for him to get in here. Shotgun, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, you get your fourth win of the season. It's nothing at this point. But you just won what could possibly end up being the finish of the year in a crazy 3-wide finish. You were literally a half lap before that, though. You got shoved into the wall. You fell back, and somehow you managed to fight back up there within half a lap and win the race. So how did you manage to do that?
I'm gonna be real with you. I have no idea. Like, I don't know what the last 30, 40 laps of that was. I'll be real. I don't feel like I earned that one, but a win's a win, and I'm gonna take it. But I kind of just rode behind there. They were like 3 wide going into 3. I think closing moved cone up and hot one moved closing up, and then I just snuck underneath, and somehow I managed to win. I don't really know how. I thought whenever I got put up the track, it was over. So I hate that for Cone. He ran a good race, and I really wish that he could have had a chance to race for that, because he deserved to race for that.
Well, whenever it was you and Lion Cone on the front row on the restart, was there any talk about you trying to let him clear you, or was it just no matter what, he's going to have to battle for it? It's hard to game.
No. I told him whenever we had pulled away from the field, I told him, like, I was like, listen, I know you got to do what you got to do, but give it till at least 2 or 3 to go so that we can build a gap so that it can be us racing for it and not bringing other cars into it. So, and then that didn't end up happening. I don't know what to say. I mean, the first half of the race was great. I'm not sure about the second half though, but I'm not going to complain about a win. A win's a win, and a win's hard to get here, so I'll take it.
All right, well, congrats on the win, and it was a crazy finish, but yeah, we'll see you next weekend.
I appreciate it. Hey, another negative points night. I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
1 win closer to the all-time. Keep going.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna get our second place guy in here now. Hot one. Probably not too happy at the moment because of how close he was to just getting his first ever in-a-twin win, but we'll see. I'll let you do this one, Fry. And there he is.
Oh, when you got your ears on?
Yeah.
Hey, man, you had a good car tonight. You were out front, leading some of the early on stages of this race. What happened for you to fall back to have to be in that beehive until the car?
Forgot to click A twice.
Oh, you stayed out?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you were just a good driver and kind of fell back. And then you had to hang on to it. So, and then there at the end, man, you got back where you needed to be. You guys had, some good racing up there. There were some cautions, but, restarts. You guys all held your lines, it seems like, all the way to the backstretch. And then you made a good move on closing, and then here came Shotgun. I mean, is there anything you could have done differently maybe there to maybe close the Shotgun's runoff?
I honestly think I'm going to get a penalty because that last restart, I got sent by somebody. I'm not going to say names.
into Tenacious, like under Tenacious, and we were 3 wide before even turn one was over. But Shawty just backed the corner up, I think, and I don't really know what I could have done. Maybe
Yeah,
just let off
I
a little
did see
bit.
3 wide coming out of 2 on that green white checkered. I mean, it was
Yeah,
all. I mean,
I
yeah,
couldn't
there
control
was
it.
some stuff
I got
going on.
sent. But yeah, I'm gonna get a penalty for that, but it's fine.
You never know. I mean, Cohen, what do you think? I mean, it was pretty good racing, green white checkered. I mean,
Yeah, I
you're
feel
getting
like
sent out of your lane. What do you think? Can we hear your opinion on talk to Hot One?
I feel like whenever it's the last 2 laps, you get a NASCAR overtime like that. That kind of stuff can slide when it's that aggressive, but especially if it's not really your fault. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I'll have to look at the replays myself. But we'll see what happens.
You got P2, right?
Yep.
Congratulations on your P2. Your cars looked fast tonight. So just keep it up. I mean, it's a grind over here. I mean, I know you put in a lot of work and you're expected to win here soon. You actually probably increase points on that rookie battle. That rookie award is a good award to have. Not too many people have it. So, I mean, I love watching you out there. That 12 car looks fast every week. So keep putting in the work, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll get 2 more interviews. I'm gonna interview Lined Cone, and then I'll have you interview Tenacious. So we'll wait for Lined Cone to get in here, if he gets in here. I'm not sure where he finished at, but I know he had a solid race tonight. So.
Yeah, he did what he needed to do to be there at the end to have a chance, right? On all these races, that's what you need. You need to be there at the end to have a chance, and he was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he ran. He didn't get lapped. He was in the top 7 probably all race, maybe even 6. So
he said he doesn't want an interview. Okay, we'll get who should we get in here? 5th Constant, still winless. I'll get 5th Constant, and then I'll give you Tenacious.
yeah, 5th. We need to hear from 5th because he led some laps tonight and had a good car. Change the Shire to spicy. New spicy. It's called the Magic Mile for a reason, right?
Oh yeah. 5th, get a copy.
Hey guys.
Well, I mean that was a chaotic finish, but throughout the whole race you had a really good car. You were up there the whole time, looking like you were going to contend for this thing. So where'd you end up finishing after the crazy finish? First of all.
I just kept getting used up, man. I ended up bringing it home 5th, although I'm hearing that it might have been 4th
Well,
with the possible disqualification, but yeah, 5th.
Well, I mean, you still bring home top 5, but obviously, I think you want wins right now, and tonight felt like it could have been one of those nights. So, do you think if the caution doesn't come out there, you had a chance to win?
Dude, if this thing stays green all the way through, I'm telling you, this thing laps the field. I was so good on long run. The only car that could really hang with me on long run was maybe the 3 and the 10. The 12 had no long run speed. The 8 had no long run speed. The 9 was okay. But, I mean, I'm telling you, if this thing if we're just able to run laps, I'm just, I mean, we wanted strict cautions. This is what we get. We get double overtime and people driving over each other. So, I just...
With the way this race finished, we don't get it a lot in a twin anymore, and it obviously causes tempers. But did you have fun there at the end, or was it annoying to you?
I mean, I had fun for 140 laps. I had fun for 140 laps, man. And I'll tell you, it was just sitting back there with a fast car was kind of frustrating. It's so hard to pass, and I didn't want to move, start running into people and shit. I was trying to drive respectfully, but then I just started getting hit in the ass, and I don't know. I know Tenacious fucking sent us 3 wide on the bottom, and I was like front row, and I just lost all my track position down all the way back to like 7th or 8th or something, and it was so bad.
I've got a question.
I was just annoyed, really.
I've I've got a question I didn't think I'd ever ask. We're halfway through the season, over halfway, and you still don't have a win. Are you starting to stress a little bit about getting that first win this season?
I mean, I guess the stress puts on now. We're over halfway, so I guess the stress starts now. But tonight was probably my best shot in a while to get a win. I mean, the 11 was tuned up so nice. It was clear that CMS spent all their money on the 11's engine program and not any of my teammates, because that was rough. But yeah, I guess stress after this.
All right. Well, good luck next weekend, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, just congrats to Eni Shotgun. He did really good out there. Proud of his revenge tour. He's doing real good. See y'all.
See ya. All right, we'll get one more interview. I'll have you interview Tenacious, and we'll wrap it up after that. So we'll get him in here. Give him a second to get in.
Did he sounded defeated to you?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty disappointed in himself for not having a win yet.
11 to the front. I kind of wanted to ask him. I didn't want to cut you off. I want to ask him, how nervous were you out there in the lead there with 20 to go?
You should have asked him. All right, we got Tenacious now. You can do this one, Fry.
Hey, Tenacious, you got your ears on?
Yeah, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, loud and clear, buddy. So, I mean, tonight's race, you were there where you need to be to have a chance at the end. I like seeing you have the speed. You always had speed, but tonight it seemed like you actually had a little bit more than you've had the last couple of weeks. Did you perform well, or does anybody else help you this week to prepare that car for you?
I mean, the little practice that I had throughout the week really helped me setting up my car. Of course, I want to shout out to my teammates for getting online, and the others in the league to practices almost every night. So I learned a lot from those couple practices. Had a decent car. It wasn't a race winning car unless it came down to like some crazy shenanigans that you saw tonight. But I mean, I felt like I was a top 5 car for sure. That's where I was mostly at, was top 5, top 6 all night.
And how happy were you on that couple of those last restarts where you had 3 of your cars with the top 4? I mean, that was pretty cool. I saw Shotgun you and I think Line Cone. That was pretty cool to see as an owner, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. It was very rewarding, and what was even better was I think at the time that Rebel was 7th or 8th. So I mean, we had 4 drivers in the top 8. That would have been a fantastic points race. But in to-win-it fashion, just seems like people in back half of the field want to generate cautions just to bulldoze through the field. There's the pros and cons of having Strix, and this is what you get. Not gonna lie, it was interesting. It probably made for good commentary, good video footage for the stream. But overall, I'm not happy. So
yeah, you and I both know if you put 15 cars to give a chance to win with 30 to go, you're going to get a bunch of cautions. You know what I mean? To where, it was a product of I didn't really see cautions that weren't supposed to be cautions. We saw a couple spins here and there, and some people racing hard with 50 old tires, and the caution came out, and then cautions breed cautions there at the end because everybody was trying to get in every last little inch of that track. So, I mean, is there anything you could have did there on those last couple restarts to put you or help your teammate besides Shotgun win, like a Line Cone? I thought you guys were trying to get him up there to win that race.
Just made my car 15 times wider than it normally is. I mean, ask me, that would have been first. It's those late restarts. You get used up if you do ride the high line. So it's easy for the guy on the inside to put their bumper into your door, your quarter panel, just to get you out of line because that'll make you check up. So it's like I said, it's product of the racing. I know the ones who drove me hard. I know the ones that race me clean. So it'll carry out throughout the year if we continue to have strict cautions. It's going to be tough for them to pass me easy. Anything like that.
Okay. And I also was talking to Cohen tonight. You had a 30-point lead going into the 7th race of the season. They have to catch you with 5 points each race, 6 to go. And that's hard to do. With your pull guy tonight, -3 at the win again, you almost I could predict it right now that it's almost a lock unless they come out of nowhere for that team championship for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything. As a team owner, we're just gonna continue having practices throughout the week. Right now, Shotgun is definitely on a hot streak. So whatever he needs, he's been performing. He's been practicing just about 4 or 5 times a week at night. I mean, Boyko's right there, Rebel's right there, Cone's right there. It seems like I'm the only one that hasn't been performing up um, to my standard, to everybody else's standard of what Tenacious is capable of. So I'll definitely try to brush up my skills and really get to perform well. But hey, overall team, it was a team win. So I'm not worried about any type of lockup until week 12, going to the championship race.
Well, good job tonight. It's always a pleasure seeing you on that track, man.
Thank you, Frey.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up there. Final interview of the night. I'll really quick. I'll just say, overall, my predictions tonight were pretty good, other than obviously the biggest prediction. I got the race winner prediction wrong. I picked 5th constant with Shotgun, but I picked Shotgun to win the pole. He got that. Over on cautions was correct. We had 6 of them. And then I predicted 0 cars lap down. I believe that we finished with 0 cars lap down. I said I could see a NASCAR overtime. There was a NASCAR overtime. And in the last 20 laps, we might see a good amount of cautions. We seen that. But yeah, overall, in the booth, it was a fun race. Obviously, drivers were going to be upset with that kind of finish. We've seen it a lot. But it was a fun race overall. Crazy finish. What are your takeaways on it, Fry?
It was a great race to watch. We saw how they could drive without bringing out cautions, and I really don't think that someone intentionally brought out cautions tonight. It just was how race drivers are at that track. You give them a chance, they're all going to go for it. I mean, this field's tough this year, and I really enjoyed watching the race, and I always enjoy talking with you. I'm sorry I had to deal with my kid halfway through, but that was a lot of fun paying attention to that race. You know, it was a good race to watch. So I look forward to Auto Club next week. It could be another, that race is crazy too.
All right, well, we're going to wrap it up there, guys. Make sure you guys tune in next Saturday night / Sunday morning at 12 a.m. Eastern Time for our II2WI Racing Series race. I think you said Auto Club is where we're going next weekend, I believe. There might be something going on next weekend with the Extra Life stream. I'm not sure what time we'd be starting that. Maybe 10 a.m. I'm not sure. Stay in the Discord to stay up to date with all that information. But thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you to Fry for being in the booth with me tonight, and we'll see you guys next weekend.